So I'm going to jump in and explain the different ways that you can use technology walkthroughs. So the first one is your branch staff creating ambassadors. So I mentioned earlier in the presentation, the digital laggards, the folks who aren't using your tech, where are they? They're calling your contact centers coming into your branches. And so turning that branch staff into technology ambassadors can be really effective for helping improve that member experience. But in order to do so, they have to experience the technology and they have to understand the technology. Nobody's ever going to recommend a technology they're not familiar with, and they're certainly not going to be able to support it. And if you put yourself in the shoes of a teller at a branch, imagine a customer comes in to deposit a check and you say, yeah, you could have done this using remote check deposit. Well, no one's ever going to say that if they don't know how to use the technology, because they'd be worried that the member is going to say, oh, sure, great, show me how to use it. And then you don't know how to use it and you don't look too clever. So you have to sort of have a little bit of empathy for what that frontline staff is going through. And in order to create the ambassador, they need to experience the tech. And so that's where walkthroughs can be really handy. The next place we see them being used an awful lot is in contact centers. And so again, to talk a little bit about sort of being empathetic towards their experience, at many of our clients, the credit unions and banks, many staff are working from home, particularly contact center staff. So they don't have that kind of shoulder-to-shoulder colleague support that they enjoyed at the office. And at the same time, they don't have very many support tools to help them nail that member experience as customers migrate. So the walkthroughs allow them to get on the same page with the customer really quickly. So imagine a member calls in and they say, I'm having trouble paying a bill. And I can say, well, tell me exactly where you're having trouble. And they can describe the screen they're on. I can go to a walkthrough and select that specific screen that they're having trouble with and walk them through how to get to the next phase of the transaction, and then walk them through the completion of that transaction. And so what does that do? It reduces talk times, it de-stresses the situation, and it improves the member experience. And I think that's kind of what it's all about. The next place we see it being used a lot is in marketing. So driving awareness and trial. So some of our clients will take their walkthroughs and so in a lot of cases, clients are running awareness stuff. So it might be email marketing. The big fancy ones might be running television commercials. But what that does is drive awareness, but not really trial. So instead of just sending an email out saying, we've got online bill pay, your email can go out and say, see how easy it is to pay a bill using our mobile app. And the member clicks through and it takes them right to the walkthrough. And they actually complete a transaction right there, showing them how easy it is to do that. And that'll reduce that sort of new tech anxiety and build the type of confidence that people need in order for them to try the tech. So that's kind of three ways they've been used. Also for new member acquisition, if you think of any prospective member, when they're deciding who they're going to bank with, they're also deciding what fintech they're going to use for the next very long time. And many of them would probably like to try before they buy. And so I think allowing them to experience your tech and see how easy and convenient it is will help them make a decision about which financial institution they want to go with. And I think it also shows a commitment to member experience from your credit union. So it can really help with that new member acquisition piece in taking away some of the mystery of what your fintech's all about. The next place that it's used is in sort of chatbots, where we've had customers who integrate links to technology walkthroughs and simulators within chatbots, so that when a member says, I'm having trouble with the mobile app, it can recommend a simulator or recommend a walkthrough. And so that's another way that it's being integrated into the member experience. And then the last one is into employee training. So the technology walkthroughs can also be used as content within a course about digital, for example. So a lot of different ways that tech walkthroughs can be used, which is why we see them as such a crucial part of helping members migrate. So that's kind of talking a little bit about the member experience and how tech walkthroughs and simulators can really help demystify the technology and take away some of the stress.